Hi, beloved you. It's the Sophie Fox from Angelic Energies, and I'd love to give you an insight in what 2023 has in store for you in terms of numerology and your personal year. So, I've been doing quite a few personal numerology reports for people just recently, and I absolutely love them. I mean, everything is energy, isn't it? And it just never fails to astound me how under the skin it gets. We're all born with this blueprint, an individual blueprint according to the name we were given at birth and your date of birth. And from that, we work out numbers which correlate to all manner of different aspects of your life. So this is just one little section. This is working out your personal year as we move into 2023. And actually, once you've got that number, you can work out all the next years going forward. So it should be hopefully very useful for you. So if you're ready, grab a pen and paper. We're going to do a quick, easy bit of maths for you. Okay. So how to work out your personal year? You're going to add your date of birth, just the day and the month, to the current year. So for me, for example, it's the 17th of January. So I'll be adding 17 to 1 to 2 to 0 to 2 to 3. And that comes to 16 altogether. So what we want to do is we need to get this number down to a single digit. So for me, I'm moving into a 7 year. Okay, so hopefully you've grabbed a pen and paper and you're scribbling down. If not, just pause for a second and I will dive in and tell you what you can expect for your personal year. Okay, so if you have got your number down to a single digit of 1, this is a wonderful year to make fresh starts, and it could be in all manner of different aspects. It could be your career, it could be education, relationships, home life. The energy of 1, it really demands you to show independence and originality. So this is a year to get your blinkers on and really get stuck in and focused on what you want to achieve. You're going to be asked to move forward in this year. And the best way actually of starting the personal year 1 cycle is to have a massive clear out. Just get rid of anything that is no longer needed, that's not supporting you. Because what you're doing then is you're symbolically telling the universe that you're ready to invite something new into your life. So I want you also to think about something that you wanted to do for a long time. Okay, so while you're doing that, a little warning: just be careful not to take on too much in this year. Okay, it's not a good year for multitasking. So if you added all your numbers up and you got to a 2, this is about finding balance for you for this year. And you're going to need to consider things like how much time you're spending at work compared to your leisure time, how much you're doing for others compared to doing for yourself, material concerns compared to spiritual concerns, for example. This is the year you're going to feel that you're constantly having to make choices for things. But rest assured, you're going to be learning lots about yourself and about the worlds, but you are going to need a little bit of patience, just to warn you. Now, in a 2 cycle, you run the risk of becoming a little bit passive and compliant. So just be mindful to make your own decisions and don't wait for other people to decide things for you. Okay, saying that, it is going to be a year where you're going to need to compromise on things, because possibly in the year before you were in a 1 year, and you might have found that your single focus was just a bit too abrasive for people. So it might, well, it is a wonderful year for building bridges and really repairing any damaged friendships and relationships. So as well, if you're looking for that special someone, this is a wonderful year to get out there, and there'll be lots of opportunity to find them. So this is a wonderful year as well for any existing relationships to be improved. And you might find as well that partnerships that really can't work are going to break down completely during this year. So aim to be placid but not passive, analytical but not negative, practical but flexible. So if we're moving into a number 3 year for you, this is an amazing year, the best year yet actually, and having resolved hopefully any doubts or dilemmas of the year before, you know, this is the year it really sees you going from strength to strength. So it's a great time for achievements and really exploring your full potential. So hopefully you're going to be feeling a lot more playful in this year. It's also a great year to develop a new skill or talent, and just seek out as many opportunities as you can to have a laugh, okay? Enjoy yourself this year. And if there's something that you've always wanted to experience, do it. So now is the time to follow your heart and really have a ball. So, you know, it's one to not let any opportunities go by, okay? You really, it's the year to say yes to life. Now, if we're moving into a number 4 year, 4 is about building something of structure, something that's going to last. So we all know that we need foundations to be laid, the basis for any structure. And that can involve a lot of digging and a bit of dirty work. So just be prepared that this might be the year that you're going to be faced with quite a few frustrations, I'm afraid. You're going to need to find quite a lot of patience. It's also a year to be really careful to avoid falling into debt, because issues of debt can be a major problem in a 4 year. You might find, if that's the case, that everything just feels like it's going completely wrong. So really the most important advice is to cut back on any unnecessary expenditure in a 4 year. Really face up to anything unpleasant that you've been avoiding. Sort out your finances. If you're in business, it's the time to consolidate. Borrowing needs to be limited, and you probably find that expansion is going to be a bit slow. So it's not a great year to start a new venture in a 4 year, giving you the heads up. Also, just make sure that you're taking after you, looking after you, please, okay? So getting enough sleep, eating well, and exercising, and just taking good care, okay? And if we're moving into a number 5 year, you might find that inspiration comes through to you thick and fast. You know, the challenge might actually be to pick which one of those amazing ideas you want to develop. So the worst thing that can happen in a 5 year is start to procrastinate, because realize that any action is going to be good right now, even if it means things don't work out, you know. This is the year to take the plunge. 5 is all about communication, and communication is going to be so important for you this year. So it could be through all manner of things. It's going to be really important if you've got a website to make sure that that's up and running, working well. you might find that you feel inspired to finally start to write that book that's always been in the back of your mind, for example, or a blog or something along those lines. It's a really wonderful year to speak up and talk about everything that matters to you. Okay. And if you are moving into a 6th year, this could be a year of passion and tantrums for you. It could be, there could be a few up and downs, but really what you're wanting to do is to get all your relationships as perfect as possible. Family matters are going to be absolutely paramount to you in a 6th year. So it's also going to be very important to not to overcommit to things. If you're in business, just make sure that you're not falling for a sob story and being exploited for your good nature in this year. You're going to have to set yourself sensible boundaries and just make sure that you're not running yourself ragged, please. Okay. So 6 is also about beauty. So it's going to be a wonderful year to get your home looking and feeling just gorgeous, okay? It'd be really important to you as well to listen to some nice soothing music, to do meditation, just spend half an hour listening to that calming music and taking that time for you. It's also a great year to get involved with charity work as well. And if you've been thinking about looking up old school friends or lost relatives, fab year to do that as well. So if, like me, you are moving into a number 7 year right now, this is the year to trust your inner promptings, and you're going to find that your psychic powers are going to be boosted in this year. So it's a great year to really develop that, in any way that feels fun to you. Develop your intuition. So it could be through tarot, it could be through learning mediumship, astrology, you name it. Really take note of your dreams as well in this year. And learn to use your imagination in a really positive way, because what you're going to find is things are going to manifest, according to your thoughts really quickly in this year. So, exciting times. If you are moving into a number 8 year. So last year might have seen a few uncertainties and a bit of introspection for you. In an 8 year, you're going to feel so much more dynamic. And don't be surprised, though, if issues that you thought were in the past come up and resurface in a different way. There's going to be probably a few power struggles for you in this year. You might have to cope with bullying or an organisation that wants to control you. You might have to sort out who controls what in an 8 year. And there might, as I say, be a few power struggles and manipulation going on. But it's something that you can work through and sort out. So this is an amazing year to start a new business, either in partnership or alone. And this also, hopefully, I hope, the potential for making a good deal of money in an 8 year. Make sure that you're going for that promotion as well. Make sure that you're always looking your best, because you never know when the spotlight is going to be turned on you. Okay. Finally, we're moving into a number 9 year. And to be honest, this year, you might find it a little bit hard to focus. You might feel that what was once urgent has lost its intensity. This is the year to be patient with yourself. Don't try and force anything. You might find that things naturally come to an end. And these are things that you value and thought, thought that would be with you forever. Your life is going to be going through a great deal of transformation this year. And in some respects, breaking down in preparation for the new building up next year for you. So you might feel a little bit in limbo this year. You might feel that some affairs that you're wanting to settle might be dragging on a bit. But delays are important. They're teaching you something. And just use that time for quiet inner reflection. And just take each day as it comes, okay? Try to live for the present and just relax. So, wonderful things to do in a 9-year is to travel as much as you can. And if you can't do it in person, do it via the armchair. Also get involved in charity work. That would be really good for you right now. Embarking on a self-help course, that's something that could be really good. And your motto for this year is Carpe Diem, seize the day. So, it's you're going to find that you could be doing a lot of good actually in charity work. So really, really think about devoting some time to that. And you're going to hopefully feel a bit of inspiration coming to you. So, this is the year where you're going to feel uplifted by the respect that you receive, because that is going to carry you forward to a fresh, exciting new start next year. So there you go. That's what your personal numerology has in store for you for 2023 and beyond. Now, last year, we were in a 6th year with 2022, which I think for a lot of us was quite a tough year and full of worry. So we're moving into a year 7, which I hope will feel a lot easier, a lot more uplifting, and there is going to be a bit more inward introspection needed in a 7 year. It's very spiritual. So I hope you have the best year ever, and that you go from strength to strength, my dear. And you really hopefully enjoyed that bit of insight as to what to expect for what's coming up. If you do want your own personal numerology report writing, do check out my website, angelicenergies.co.uk. Wishing you an amazing year, my loves. Sending you so much love. Speak to you very soon. Bye for now.